Rumah bukan sekadar tempat berteduh atau untuk dinikmati. Bilakah kali terakhir anda meneliti pinjaman rumah anda?
Dapatkan nasihat berkesan dari Niza Nizam.
Mahukan sebuah rumah tanpa pinjaman atau inginkan pinjaman rendah?
Dapatkan nasihat berkesan dari Niza Nizam.
Tidak semua rumah sesuai sebagai pelaburan.
Jadikanlah rumah sebagai satu pelan simpanan. Manfaatkanlah sepenuhnya dana CPF anda.
Dapatkan nasihat berkesan dari Niza Nizam. Telefon 96704504 sekarang.
Assalamualaikum. Terima kasih kerana mendengar KRSG guys. Kami NNM, Niza Nizam bersama Ejen Man dari Propnex. Setiap episod kami akan kongsi secara informasi dan juga isu-isu berkaitan dengan rumah. Baiklah, episod kali ini menyentuh tentang Rumahku, Syurgaku.
Ya ke?
Baiklah, topik perbincangan yang mungkin sensitif tetapi NNM rasa ia amat penting, di mana kadar perceraian di Singapura juga ada peningkatan. Tak kira usia, mungkin usia muda, yang pertengahan ataupun yang senja. Tetapi kebanyakan perceraian ini ada kaitan dengan kewangan, dan kewangan itu berkaitan dengan rumah, hutang rumah and all that lah. Jadi important kita akan bincangkan tentang proses. Tapi bukan nak cakap apa sebelum anda mungkin jika ada yang di luar sana terfikir tentang perceraian juga harus ada perancangan. Important. Alright?
Jadi, apakah perkara-perkara yang ramai ingin tahu jika berlakunya perceraian? Yang pertama selalunya, berapa saya dapat kalau saya cerai ni? Antaranya the profit from the house, that is the cash. Berapa cash yang saya dapat dan berapakah CPF pulangan balik setelah penjualan after perceraian itu. Okey, tapi kalau kita tengok dalam court order pasal kita boleh menjual rumah itu sekiranya adanya court order baru kita boleh menjual. Jadi kita akan follow the court order, the sequence of the court order, how the monies are being distributed among them. Okay, dan selalunya di akhirnya they will say the percentage of each spouse yang akan dapat out of the sale proceed. Okay, di sini macam 50-50, 70-30 atau 60-40. Bukan out of your valuation price. It's actually out of your sales proceed.
Correct.
That means setelah dah tolak hutang, tolak CPF pulangan to each other, and then after agent commission dan juga lawyer's fee.
So betulkah kalau saya tanya jika rumah tu ada keuntungan, apa CPF yang isteri dan suami gunakan akan kembali kepada OA mereka sendiri, betul?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So whatever you have paid for in your CPF, it will come back to you with the interest. That is guaranteed lah. Melainkan dalam court order anda tu dia tertakluk dan tertulis yang anda harus kembalikan let's say 20 atau 30 ribu CPF anda ke bekas suami atau isteri.
Okay.
If the court order have state so, then it will be the same lah. Kalau tidak, apa yang you dah bayar CPF plus interest akan kembali ke akaun anda sendiri. Okay. So number 2 is about buying over share. Selalunya pasangan kan bila diorang nak bercerai kan kata saya suka rumah ni, saya dah banyak invest dalam rumah ni, saya nak keep this house. Okay. So, but when they say keep this house, selalunya dalam court order, that means you're asking what you call it by way of transfer. That means ownership you want to take back by way of transfer. Okay, di sini you have to be careful because mampu ke, betul ke you nak by way of transfer? What does it mean? It means that kalau jika ada utang, you nak ambil alih utang itu. Seorang.
Dari segi umur dan gaji lah, kemampuan.
So betul ke awak mampu nak ambil alih utang yang existing loan? Because not only that, if let's say pasangan anda yang the exit party, right, have CPF, you have to pay his CPF back. So which means you have to take the existing loan plus the amount of the CPF that he will take back. Kan? So if that is the case, betul ke you can buy back based on the current valuation of the house? Pasal sekarang harga rumah dah naik. Betul. It's not about the old price yang you beli.
Correct.
It's
Many
about
people have that mistake. They always think it's the old price.
Correct. They always think that saya beli 200 je, berapa je saya boleh bayar balik. It's not about the old price. It's about the current price valuation.
Yes.
And then also with that, you kena check you punya tangga gaji sekarang. Bolehkah anda mampu to take over the loan singularly? That means on your own.
Sebagai sole owner.
Sole owner. And whether that loan that you're going to take, is it HDB loan? Anda masih layak ke? atau is it bank loan? Anda layak tak ambil bank loan?
Betul.
So all this you must think lah, bukan suka-suka nak take over the house.
Jadi para pendengar KRSG, nak cerai pun harus ada perancangan important.
Yeah. So then after that, of course the cerai tu kan separate lives, right kan? Everybody have separate. So the other party pula yang the exit party we call it. Selalunya yang party yang yang mungkin tak begitu mampu. That means after the distribution of funds, there's sure to be one party yang have less money lah. There's sure to be. So yang party tu, what happened to him?
Or her.
Or her, right? Sorry, him or her, kan? Pasal, and then also whether are you the one that bringing your children? Because there will be one party yang have all custody of the children. Then macam mana you boleh beli apa with the monies and the CPF funds that you have left? Okay,
And
what
the
can you buy?
family nucleus you have formed dah.
Ya, pasal di sini NNM selalu akan membantu whether you are the exit party or the stay party or whichever, kita akan membantu kedua-duanya tentang the next life lah, going on forward after penceraian tu. Kita akan even membantu mereka, whether you ada pihak lelaki atau pihak perempuan, kita NNM akan membantu mereka kedua-duanya.
Betul. Yes.
Okay? Yeah. So Mansur, maybe you have the fourth perkara yang they always ask.
Yeah, this one is a very frequent question I always get asked lah. Ni bang, bila boleh settle ni semua? So yeah, so I always tell them okay.
Semua nak speedy semua nak fast.
Speedy. But the thing is, when you're undergoing a divorce, before you can actually sell the flat, you must have your court order, and when you are applying to sell your flat, you must have the divorce cert. So this takes time. In order for you nak ada the court order, it takes a minimum of 6 months. Kalau maximum tu, we can't say lah, because there can be complications. At the same time also, there are some people lah, diorang court order dah keluar, tapi they still haven't taken action. And I know the reasons are personal. The reasons can be many. But, I think if you plan, if you meet somebody who has the experience and can leverage on the experience to find a way out, I think all parties can come out of it better lah. Okay, to answer the question, berapa lama bang? Okay, for HDB, okay, it takes about 8 to 10 weeks, to sell off the place. For private properties, it takes anywhere between 10 to 12 weeks, and that is after you have already gotten the relevant documents.
Yeah, that means
Correct.
kita boleh execute the plan to sell your property when you have the final court order, right? And to get the final court order, like we all know, is about 6 to or more than a year, depending on whether there's appeal cases.
Yep.
Okay, then after kita dah final court order tu, when we execute it, kita have to bring the case to a law firm for conveyancing. Whether your HDB loan atau bank loan, pasal only the private law firm can execute the distribution of monies to both
Correct.
parties, right? Yeah, so
One thing I want to add is divorce is also can be quite costly. Kalau imagine you punya penjualan rumah setelah perceraian tak ada keuntungan. Everything else must come out as cash. So important to understand from that perspective. That's why NNM banyak juga kita dapat kes di mana ada niat nak cerai tetapi mereka mendapatkan nasihat daripada kita dari segi perumahan lah.
sebelum penceraian.
Jadi kadang-kadang kita bukan ahli penceraian, kita bukan ustaz and all that. Mungkin Ustaz Tam boleh jawab. Tetapi more importantly kita look at it from the property perspective.
Yes,
Implikasi
betul.
daripada perceraian itu, apakah implikasinya dan apakah yang boleh menjadikan perceraian itu a win-win in that sense for both party. Important.
Yeah, jadi importantnya is about both party nak move on to the next life, the next new phase of life. So whether with the penceraian yang currently, can they move on amicably, dan hopefully it's better lah. Sometimes the relationship get better after penceraian. Sometimes not as a couple, but maybe as friends or as a saudara and all that, they can move on better. Yeah. So okay, so actually for NNM, kita dah pakar dalam penceraian case tentang rumah lah. So we can actually review you punya cases uniquely, whether you dah pihak perempuan ke yang pihak lelaki, we support both sides. Okay, kita tak ada what we call it, we have no bias, we have no judgment, we are not biased. We have to look at your case as what court order yang dah terangkan di situ. Kita tak akan gali balik, kenapa you gini, kenapa you gini. It's not that. Okay, it's
Correct.
basically on the distribution of monies. Berapa yang you can dapat, and what can you do with that money? What is your next phase or next plan going forward?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are very fair. We can talk to both parties.
Baiklah, jika anda ada persoalan tentang perceraian, tentang rumah, there's only one number to call. 967-04-504. Over to you. There's only one number to call. 967-04-504. Over to you, Ustaz.